Good morning. All right, so we're in a different location today. We're not in my house. We are going to be talking about where artists get their ideas today. So artists are inspired by as many different things as there are artists in the world. But one thing that's a common thing for artists to be inspired by is nature or the environment that they live in. So today's project, you are going to be inspired by creatures in your backyard. So this is kind of like my backyard. It's over to the side of my house in my neighborhood. And I live where you guys live. I live right by the school, so just like you guys. So the creatures that are in my backyard are going to be similar to the creatures in your backyard. So what you're going to do first is you're going to spend some time thinking what's back there. So some things you might find for creatures, you might find butterflies or bees or dragonflies or wasps. You might find snakes or lizards or raccoons or possums. Maybe if you're out there at night and you've got like a compost bin that they're digging around in. You might find birds like yellow finches or cardinals or hummingbirds. You might find possums. You might find squirrels. There's a lot of animals in our immediate environment to be inspired by. So you may say, Miss Wright, how do art teachers get inspired? Well, art teachers get inspired for their projects the same way that artists get inspired. And I was inspired today when Matt and Anna, my kids, both had a break. They had about 15 minutes before their next class started. And so I wanted them to go outside. So we went outside, and walking across our driveway was the most special creature in all the world. Are you dying to see what it is? I have him here right with me. All right, so I found this guy, an eastern box turtle. Do you love him? I just think he is the coolest thing ever. So he is my inspiration. Isn't he the coolest? Don't you love his colors? I mean, who wouldn't be inspired by such a gorgeous creature? So what you're going to do is you don't have to find an amazing turtle like this. Although if you do, that would be really great. Oh, also I need to mention, if you guys live on a farm, which some of you probably do because we live out kind of in the middle of nowhere. If you live on a farm and you have farm animals, you can use those as your backyard creature inspiration because they're living out near your house. So what you're gonna do is you are going to think of something that you've seen in your backyard, like an eastern box turtle. You are going to draw him for me, and then you're gonna show him to me on Flipgrid. Now, some of you are gonna say you're not allowed to go outside. Some of you might think that maybe creatures aren't your favorite, although they are my absolute favorite. I would put creatures maybe even above art. I love a creature. So for those of you that are having a hard time being inspired, or maybe you don't have a lot of chances to go outside, one thing that you can do is I'm going to post 2 videos of creatures that could be in your backyard. I'm gonna post a squirrel and a raccoon video, and you can choose to use those if you want to, okay? I have another creature. My cat's out here with us too. But let's try and stay away from pets because we're gonna do a pet project a different day. So think of animals that are more creaturey and less pet. Although people could have a box turtle as a pet. I mean, don't you want me to keep him? Oh man, I love him. Okay, so draw me a backyard creature, post it on Flipgrid, and if you want to see what I drew, then you have to go on Flipgrid and see what I drew because I'm going to post my video on there too. All right, I can't wait to see what you create.